I discovered my boyfriend was cheating on me just before his big award night. Instead of confronting him directly, I included photos of him with the other woman in a video I made for him. After my speech, I left, feeling strangely calm. He freaked out when I didn't respond, and when we met, he made excuses. I will not delve into all the gory details of our relationship. We were in love, and I still love him deeply. However, I have come to the painful realization that he clearly does not share the same feelings for me. I discovered undeniable proof that he has been unfaithful to me for an extended period. This evidence came in the form of small home videos featuring him with another woman. I do not know this woman personally, but from the nature of their conversations, yes, I regrettably engaged in some post-discovery snooping. It is evident that she is completely unaware of my existence. Tonight is set to be the most significant night of my boyfriend's life. He is receiving a prestigious state award at a grand dinner event, attended by a few hundred people, including his parents, council members, and many other notable figures. Ironically, the only reason I stumbled upon this transgression is that I have been diligently putting together a heartfelt video for him to celebrate some of the key moments in his life. You know, the typical sappy stuff that one does for a loved one. At this moment, I feel burdened with an overwhelming sense of power, and I am uncertain whether I possess the strength to do what is morally right. The definition of what constitutes the right thing is blurred and unclear to me. I am blinded by tears of rage, sadness, and betrayal. Yet, amidst all of this, I still love him. I have loved him for a long time. Do I truly want to act on this newfound knowledge? There is no doubt that our relationship is over. I am not the type of woman who will tolerate infidelity. I simply cannot accept being cheated on. That is not the central issue I am grappling with. The issue lies in the fact that there are numerous cutesy selfies of the two of them, many of which seem to be shared exclusively between them. While none of the images are explicit, there is plenty of that kind of content captured on camera, which I have witnessed. Should I insert one of those selfies into the video reel as a subtle way of letting him know that I am aware of his betrayal? Or should I confront him directly after he has enjoyed his moment in the limelight? I am not the type to simply pick up my belongings and leave without cutting off all communication. That approach does not suit my personality, and it would leave me feeling empty and profoundly sad. Should I embrace the idea of being vengeful for once in my life? To anyone casually viewing the video reel, it would merely appear as an innocent picture of him with a friend. However, for him and for me, it would serve as a private message, an undeniable revelation of the truth. I am reaching out for guidance, dear Reddit community. I am at a loss regarding how to navigate this situation. Well, it has been a month and a half since all of this unfolded. I have received countless requests for an update, and I never intended to provide one. Honestly, I was fearful of the potential fallout depending on the course of action I ultimately chose. So what did I do? I engaged in the immature, vengeful act that I had contemplated. Surprisingly, I do not regret it. I selected a few photographs of the two of them, tasteful images that could easily be misconstrued as depicting a childhood friendship. I discreetly slipped those photographs into the video reel. During the award ceremony, I spoke kindly of him at the podium, and after I concluded my remarks, I walked out of the venue. As I drove home, I felt an unexpected sense of calm and control. However, that tranquility was short-lived. 20 minutes after I returned home, the text messages began to flood in. He was frantically asking where I had gone, what I knew, and how I had obtained the photographs. He wanted to know if there was more information to come. I decided to respond with a simple yet pointed message. I know you have been unfaithful to me. However, there are no more photographs. There were not any additional photographs, and of course I left it at that. He did not return home that night, nor did he come home the following night. The next day, he called me and requested to meet at a public location to discuss the situation. I reluctantly agreed to meet him at a Starbucks. I arrived early and waited for him, and he eventually showed up a few minutes late, taking a seat across from me. Without wasting any time, he launched into a series of excuses, claiming that his infidelity just happened, and expressing that he regretted it wholeheartedly. He insisted that the other woman did not mean anything to him, explaining that she merely resembled a girl he had a crush on during high school, and he felt powerless against his own teenage impulses. I chose to remain silent, allowing him the space to voice his thoughts. Once he finished speaking and glanced at me for any indication of how I might respond, all I could muster was, "Where did you stay during the past few nights?" "Her house," he replied. "And what did you do there?" He was evasive and refused to answer my question. In truth, I had no doubt in my mind about the outcome of our conversation. I was certain that I was leaving him. He rambled on, apologizing profusely, begging for my forgiveness, and promising that he would change. I calmly informed him that I did not want him to change. If the essence of who he was included the willingness to cheat on his girlfriend, then that was not the type of person I wanted to be with. He attempted to turn the conversation toward the future, claiming he had been considering proposing to me. At that point, all I could say was, "It is fortunate that I discovered the truth before you went through with that." Fast forward a few weeks and he has moved out. I am doing relatively well under the circumstances. We have severed all communication. People often inquire about him, and I simply respond by saying, he left me for a girl who looked like his high school crush. Thus concludes our relationship. We are broken up, and I can assure you that we are never, ever getting back together. I harbor no regrets regarding how I handled the situation. As one commenter aptly noted, there is no obligation to always take the high road. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more interesting stories and perspectives, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Don't miss out on more interesting videos. Click the video on your screen to check out my previous interesting content. And I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. See you in the next video.